All right, 3C. Factoring's getting a little more complicated, but it's just quadratic. It ain't no biggie. So, x squared minus 3x minus 18. What are we looking for? We're looking for two numbers that will multiply to negative 18 and add to 3. Well, what multiplies to 18? How about 6 and 3? So how about we do x, 6, 3, and 1 needs to be positive, 1 needs to be negative. Since my negative 3x, since that term is negative, tells me that the 6 has to be negative. So we got that, right? Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. So there's that. In the denominator, I need to pull this 3 out before I factor it, right? So pull a 3 out, we're left with x squared minus x minus 6, like that, right? 18 divided by 3 is 6. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And now we need to factor that. I'll still have that 3 down there, but now we're going to factor that resulting quadratic. So two numbers that multiply to negative 6 and add to negative 1. So it's got to be an x3 and an x2. And since the x is negative, it's got to be a negative 3 and a positive 2. And again, check it. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So we're good. We have this situation now, so we can start labeling things. X-intercepts will occur at 6, 0, and at negative 3, 0. Y-intercept, easiest way to find that is to look at it in standard form before we factored it. Because if we plugged in 0 for x, which is what a y-intercept is, that term's gone, that term's gone, that term's gone, and that term's gone. So we're left with negative 18 over negative 18, which simplifies to 1. So y-intercept is at 0, 1. That's nice. Vertical asymptotes will occur at positive 3, so x equals 3, and at negative 2, so x equals negative 2. Horizontal asymptote, since the degrees are the same, it will go to the coefficient. The coefficient being 1 over 3. So y equals 1 over 3. Do we have any holes? No, we do not. So let's just say not applicable. All right, let's sketch all this lovely information. Put it all together now. So asymptotes vertical at 1, 2, positive 3, dash, 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 and at negative 2, dash, 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 dash. All right. What else do we know? We know x-intercepts are at positive 6. So 1, 2, 3, right there. And at negative 3, so right there. We know y-intercept is at 0, 1, right there. We know horizontal asymptote is at 1/3, so that's going to be somewhere about there, just a little bit above the x-axis, like that. And I think that's all the information we have. So if you look at those x-intercepts to the left and right of either of those asymptotes, that's telling me that this thing is going to look like that. And on the left, this one's going to look like that. So I have to hit those and approach the asymptote. Which means in the middle, since the multiplicity on the factors in the denominator, which are creating those asymptotes, since those multiplicities are 1, my tails have to be opposites. I also do not have any x-intercepts between those two asymptotes, and I do have a y-intercept that's positive, so this branch has to be positive as well. So I have to look like that, and we're awesome. We did it. So looks kind of like a reverse of that thing, almost.